my fellow countrymen. It is I, Manakyn. I am running for the next British Prime Minister. I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore, to be honest. I think I've just gone insane. I think slowly but surely I'm going insane with all this Britishism. Is this how you British people feel? Is this what it's like to live in England? To slowly go insane and not understand anything? Hello, everybody. And I'm just kidding, British people. Don't worry, I'm insane normally, not just British. How are you all doing? I love you guys. Shut up, Great Britain National Anthem. Do you know what I had for lunch today? I had an ahi tuna salad, and it was actually really good. I expected to get really bad stomach aches, but instead... Okay, I did actually get kind of a not so great stomach ache, but it was mild. Yeah. I feel like food safety standards have gone down. Don't you guys feel like that? I feel like all food across all restaurants has gone down, like in quality. Like freaking McDonald's is like $10 now, and it's all crap. It's like now they give you small cups. Oh, do you want to upgrade to a large? It's like they create a problem and they sell you the solution. You know how it is. Anyway, enough talking about fast food because that's American, right? We're not American right now. We're British. What are some British problems? I don't know. What are the stereotypical British problems? Poor dentistry, maybe? Anyway, we're back with create the problem, sell the solution. You know, just classic corporate life. By the way, this stream will be very short, but if you guys want to watch the full stream, you can watch the members only. Now only $9.99. You can subscribe down below. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm just kidding. I'd never do that to you guys. I'm just kidding. I'd never create a problem per month or per year. I'm just kidding. There's a reason why I don't like the membership thing. Because it is kind of the exact same thing. It's like, oh, we're going to... It's like, oh, you know, we have... You know, if you donate to my stream, that was the original way to make money. Now it's like, okay, if you donate to my stream, by the way, I'm going to have less streams now, and I'm going to put them behind a paywall. It's the same thing, which is, yeah, that's why I generally, that's why a lot of people have asked me, like, oh, I should turn on membership so I can get special emojis. I've been trying to figure out how to get, like, special emojis without memberships, but it's like, whatever. You guys get the monkey command. Yeah, we're playing, Ace Attorney today. Not Phoenix Wright, but Phoenix Wright's ancestor. Same thing, really. Phoenix... Japanese, but also British. You know what? Let's just play. Let me just load it up. Honestly, I've gotten in the habit of not turning off my Switch, which is probably not for the best, but, like, it always saves exactly where I am. Hold on. Select adventure. Resolve, right? Hold on. I lost my spot. Frick. Oh, frick. I started the wrong game. I started on chapter 1. Dang it! Okay, hold on. Back to title. Don't save. That's fine. Give me a moment. I'm having technical difficulties. Ace Attorney. Select adventure. Resolve. Oh, select adventure. That's it. All right, here we go. So we've completed chapter 1. It was the adventure of the Yuri. we've completed chapter 2, which is... Well, this chapter was really sad, to be honest. Can you guys hear the... Yeah, you guys can hear the music. Evil Sir. That's resolve spelled backwards. And this is chapter 3, which looks like we're finally getting to go to the World Fair. Or whatever, the great exhibits. Looks like they're oh, look. At least Natsume wasn't guilty. That is true, right? But poor guy, man, he's been through too much. Look, the United Kingdom, the Great Exhibition of London. They have a Ferris wheel. Looks like they have the Eiffel Tower. Wait, why is there an Eiffel Tower? Ottoman. So Turkey will be coming. Austria will be coming. And there's a Ferris wheel. It looks like from this. And then it looks like they're demonstrating like a satellite dish, maybe. Are you guys ready? The return of the great departed soul. Oh, and then Twisted Karma. Oh, no. Opening. What the frick? From the beginning, right? From the beginning. The return of the great departed soul.
The grand end of the century Great Exhibition of London. Surely there is not a soul who...
Sorry, the Great Exhibition, not the Grand Exhibition.
Wondrous new works of culture and industry from every corner of the globe had converged on Hyde Park. Welcoming over 50 million
Oh
visitors.
God, housing must be a nightmare.
The last great hurrah of this century. Astonished and delighted people of all
It's like LA
nations
during Anime Expo.
ended on a note of resounding success.
Ooh,
But
science.
as regards to the terrible catastrophe...
Yeah, the second case was a
occurred
flashback.
During the festivities, very few are aware my friend Mr. Herlock Sholmes had a hand in unraveling the matter.
A reminder that the narrator is
For
Iris.
from the beginning, it was he who earnestly unearthed the facts of the case. And like the centerpiece of the Great Exhibition, which rose high into the skies of Hyde Park, Sholmes's brilliant deductions, as clear and lofty.
Iris
as
has a
the
very
crystal tower
manly
itself,
voice.
brought the truth to light.
We're here at the showground of the Great Exhibition, which is absolutely packed with people.
Did they have radio back then? Is this or is this like just? I mean, they still have they still kind of use Morse code, so I don't think they had radio back then. How are they transmitting this?
The weather is unusually fine, and we're about to witness a most extraordinary scientific experiment.
Apparently, they have like moving pictures too.
The 20th century will see steam engines and electrical power dominate the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, they'll see steam engines and electrical power. Well, according to Lady Altamont, it's supposed to be gas, so... Look at that guy in the back. He's like, yes, I am here because I am rich. I have a lot of money. I paid for these seats.
Horse-drawn carts will give way to the motor car.
That'll never happen.
Ships will sprout wings and take to the skies.
Nope, I don't think that will never happen. Like, scientifically impossible. Like, what will they call them? Like, I don't know, what sky planes? Stupid.
And today, we showcase even more advanced technology. A glimpse into the future.
Okay.
A world first.
Horsepower.
A demonstration of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Instantaneous kinesis, like instant movement? Like what is that? Instant movement. Like instantaneous kinesis. So like going from like 0 to 60 instantly, maybe?
A high-voltage electricity and beamed to another location.
Teleportation. Oh wait, now, oh wait, listen. Skyboats, totally dumb. Carts without horses, that's silly. Teleportation, I think this is scientifically possible. As you guys know, I'm a PhD, and I know a lot about science. I think he has some there are some plenty of practical theories that support his You idiot! What are you doing?
Whereupon his body will be reassembled by a series of complex calculations exactly as it was before.
All right, so here's a question for you guys. This is actually a moral question. Suppose we had teleportation, and how teleportation works is you step into a like little case, right? And you die. And then another version of you is reassembled at the other side. Like you essentially like you evaporate. And then another version is assembled on the other side. Is that ethical? I don't know the answer to that, by the way. Just an ethical question for you guys. Because, you know, that's like the common ethical philosophy question. If you could teleport, but how the teleportation works is that essentially it creates a twin that's exactly you on the other side, but then the current side just you die. Is that creating life, or is that just, you know, moving life? I don't know the answer to that. I mean, if you think about it, right? The atoms that are in my body today are not the same atoms that I was born with, so I mean, maybe there's like one. Zeus ship. You mean the ship of Theseus? or Ice 9? Freaking Zox socks or something. Lox socks. The one atom that is responsible for simping. That was the only atom that's still consistent in my body. But I don't know, maybe that's how you're describing it. I mean, it sounds like what this guy is doing is he's murdering the current body in order to teleport, in order to reassemble it somewhere else. Funya, get out. Simply put, the atoms into place doesn't make something living. Simply putting the atoms into place doesn't make something living. Well, what does make something living? I can tell you the answer to that, by the way. Very beautiful women. Oh, this guy's the test subject. Can we get F's for rich man right now? Farewell, rich man.
In but a few moments from now, this gentleman will, in the blink of an eye, complete an incredible journey through the air. To arrive an instant later on the Crystal Tower behind you!
Where? Where is he? Like there's like a whole satellite dish, right? It's like it's gonna be firing somewhere. Where's the receiver? Where's the freaking receiver? Are you just firing it randomly? There are so many scientific problems with this experiment that I am taking really crappy science seriously just so I can point out the crappy science that is built on top of the crappy science. He's just pulling all the levers!
Yes! 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 Please! Oh, that's not what I wanted!
By the way, many scientific demonstrations in the World Fair were literal trash. I'm just going to remind you, at one of the world fairs, a man boldly introduced the electric pen. Just going to remind you. Just going to remind you. A man boldly introduced this amazing new invention, the electric pen. Edison with current and an elephant. A moment of silence for Richard. He literally said, "That's not what I want." Oh my god. 22nd of October, 9:36 a.m. Sholmes' suite. All is quiet in the northern front.
Rono, are you listening?
Oh, sorry. What was that, Iris?
What's the matter with you? You've been miles away all morning. You like what I cook for breakfast?
Ryunosuke, how dare you! Iris, what you cooked was delicious. I loved it. No, that's not it at all. What were we talking about again? This girl will always be my little baby. I will frickin' spoil this girl rotten.
Today's paper! It's full of news about the Great Exhibition again!
Yeah. The Great Exhibition. I know science.
You're really not your usual self today. You seem very down. Don't you agree, Hurley?
Did you say something, Iris?
Oh gosh, you're even more down.
When did you arrive, Mr. Naruhodo? Hi, Sholmes. We literally had breakfast. What? Why didn't you mention it before? I thought you might have known because... breakfast? Iris is quite right. You're clearly lacking in vim. So much so that I didn't notice your presence. Thanks. Of course, I could deduce the reason perfectly well within some simple observations. Okay, let's hear it. Let's see, yes. For example, your tousled hair with all its unruly spikes. Clearly, it can be deduced that... Let me stop you there, Mr. Sholmes. Because I think I can see where this is going. We could have had a raid. My hair always looks like this. It always has. Ever since the first we met. In fact, my button is still missing. Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut. What the? Yo, I'm not here, like, clowning on your hair, okay? Thanks again, Jones. Crossed my mind recently that it's been 6 months.
6 months?
Since I was forbidden from working in court. I haven't paid my rent in 6 months. So I've been wondering how much longer I'm going to be banned. You know, if I can't go back to court, I need a new job.
Well, that would explain why you seem rather glum. Don't you agree, Hurley?
Life is awful, and I want to die. Back to moping. Man, my boy has like 30 different personalities. What's the matter with Mr. Sholmes today? Yeah, everyone cares about Mr. Sholmes, but the moment someone tries to ask me something, he just interjects. He seems even more down in the dumps than me.
I know, and the great exhibition has opened. You'd think he'd be excited. Oh, why don't we all see it together?
I want to, of course I do! But I can't! Not for the time being. Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective after all. So you've embroiled in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from. Is that it?
I don't remember hearing that you're working on a case, Harry.
I suppose I should try to find out what's going on. Is he the type of person who tries to hint that he wants you to ask him about himself? I had the greatest weekend today. I had the greatest weekend. Aren't you gonna ask me about it? Yeah. No. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Wait, don't you want to hear more? God, those people annoy the heck out of me. If you want to talk about it, just talk about it, man. More importantly, where's my little girl? Where's my girl? Where's my girl? Iris, no! She's vanished!
I don't want to deal with Hurley right now!
Half a year ago now, I took on the defense of the lovely Miss Gina Lestrade, who deserves all the best in life. What at first seemed like a simple case of murder that took place in a London pawnbrokery turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot involving the British government. During the course of the trial, it was found that I made an unavoidable, yet at the same time, unforgivable mistake. You made no mistakes, okay? Ryunosuke, you literally did not make any screw-ups. Words fail me. This situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo! Oh. Yeah, I figured since we were going to the Great Exhibition, Naruhodo should wear something a little bit more modern. I didn't realize it also affected the flashbacks. Wait a second. That's not what I was wearing at the time. No, please, just finish the story first. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord. Naruhodo literally did nothing wrong. He literally did nothing wrong. In the end, I had my other right to represent people in court revoked. I was told I had to spend my time in research and study, so that's what I've been doing, and now I'm really, really bored, and I just want to go back to court, and I want to box with Van Zeeks. Yo, we just out here throwing hands.
You have, haven't you, Bruno? Do you like your new outfit? Reading all those big fat tomes about British law, about all those big fat judges in your room, and the notes about Sholmes' old cases.
Brewing Iris's special blends of tea. Fetching my daily bread for me. You've become something of a manservant. Start on the silverware next, Master Naruhodo. Thank you! I'm so glad I found a new job. Naruhodo's housekeeping. How's it going, Indigo? Well, I'm thinking of going to ask the powers of that be to reconsider. Specifically, Lord Strongheart at the British Supreme Court.
Lord Strongheart?
The delightful Lord Chief Justice. Not my favorite fellow. He should join Victoria. Which one? The one in Zenless Zone Zero or the one in Persona? He's not mine either, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant me permission to start working again. I came to Britain to become the best lawyer I could. No, you came to Britain to be your best friend's hype man, and now you're being a lawyer. Yes. And I can't do that just sitting around. So, the whole of London has been swept up with the Great Exhibition, huh? The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art, and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing 6 months! That's a long exhibition! Showcasing these things. And the world will be watching.
Do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down on London from one of those lovely balloons.
You mean the ones that explode? I don't think they've discovered that helium is better than hydrogen yet. Look, do you mean on those little things?
No, I mean figuratively, because you are all beneath me.
That fly?
Yes, of course. They fly high in the sky, and I don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air. In other words, Harley.
How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense. I can't understand it at all.
That's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' time, all these things would be common knowledge.
I suppose they might be.
Mind you, some of the science demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong in the opening experimentation stage yesterday. There was a huge explosion. Still, I wish I had seen it though. I'd love to see how bad some of these scam experiments really are.
Says the innocent 10-year-old girl. See here. Every page of this paper carries an article or other about the Great Exhibition. Iris was responsible for the Zeppelin.
Oh no! This open flame! Whatever am I to do?
But the brighter things shine, the darker the shadows are being cast behind them. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness. I was born in the dark. To the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere. Shadows cast behind. Is that a metaphorical way to refer to the back page of the paper? Please, read the paper, please. Oh, there's the dude. Every article on this front page is about the Great Exhibition. Holy! 10 pages for a penny? Do you guys see that? Oh! Man, those were the days. Imagine... Just imagine for a second. The people... If people were teleported into the future and they're like, I have $1,000 with me. I'm loaded. And they're like, no, it's pretty much worthless now. I was like, oh no. Public experiments to demonstrate brand new scientific ideas, cultural exhibits from around the globe. It's also positive and hopeful about the coming century. We must all go to see it properly before too long. However, on the back... Okay, this is like an... This is like an epic emo rock band cover. This is like Panic at the Disco's new album, Graveyard Shift. Oh no, Wagahai's missing! So many glowing reports about the Great Exhibition and everything that's going on. Other than this rather gloomy-looking one. Wait, is that Panic at the Disco?
What's the matter, Runo? Did you discover a new band?
The Reaper Yo, does the Reaper have like... What is it? You guys know Batman? There's like a League of Owls. That's what it makes me think of. The Reaper attacked. That's Lord Van Zeeks. This must be what Sholmes was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder? Yeah, doesn't this look like... Yeah, Van Zeeks totally has, like, an army of, like, masked spies at his beck and call. Find me information. And rest in peace, Wagahai. Are you investigating a particularly tricky case? You could say that, I suppose. Nothing more to add? I guess you're like, oh, please ask me more, ask me more, ask me more, please. Oh, aren't you curious? Shh! Quiet, Mr. Naruhodo. We must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening.
You're acting very strange, Hurley.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, usually, the more mysterious and complicated a case is, the better Hurley's mood.
Well,
Is it really a case that's bothering you?
Iris, please, you mustn't exercise your astute powers of observation and deduction on me without an invitation! Remember what I always say. Put yourselves in the shoes of the individual whom you're making deductions. You say that? You say that? Oh, never mind. Once I've had a cup of tea, I must make way at once to the crime scene. That was a sigh. So tell me about the Reaper. So, it says in the paper that Lord Van Zeeks was attacked. It seems like in every game series, one of the prosecutors is, like, almost murdered. So let's see. In the first one, what's his name? Edgeworth had to stand trial. In the second one, Von Karma was attacked. Wait, Von Karma was attacked in the second one, right? Yeah, she was absolutely attacked in the second one. In the third one, what's his name? Godot got in a terrible accident. And then in this one, now Von Karma's getting attacked. Wait, what about in Apollo Justice? Right, in Apollo Justice, what's his face? Frick, I forgot his name, but I forgot. Yeah, but in the third one, the Gavin. No, yeah, the Gavineers. Gavin nearly exploded in the third one. Yeah, he almost blew up. You know the legend of the Reaper of the Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact. Speaking of which, is Soseki still alive? Yeah. Prosecutor Barack Obama Van Zeeks. They say that if the Reaper is the prosecutor in the case, he'll come for you at night, drink your blood, turn you into his thrall. No, they don't say that. No, look, I'm just embellishing. Right, like Clavier was putting out the guitar in the background. I loved that. And even if the defendant is found not guilty, once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this earth will be short. You know, I personally thought that this was just a series of coincidences, because we have reason as to why McGilded died. It was, he murdered a dude and the dude's son got revenge. Right? These are all bad, terrible criminals, right? So it's like, one way or another, someone's going to come after them. And after a trial, it kind of makes sense that, you know, oh, if justice can't be served, then I'll do it myself. And so someone goes after them. It kind of makes sense, to be honest. London's finest rogues always find a way around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. I mean, if they think about this legend carefully, perhaps a guilty verdict is the best way of surviving. If you think about it. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing jurors. I'm gonna be honest, morality aside, if I was on a jury, as you guys know, I've been on jury duty, but I've never really been on a jury. Like, I've never selected because people hate me. But if I was on a jury and someone offered me $10 million to vote not guilty, like, the moral person in me wants to say, of course I won't take that. But the practical person in me, I'm not sure I can trust myself with that much money. You know, at a certain point, there's a threshold where it's like, well, frick. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to just pretend like I'm so morally upright that I will, like, make every decision correctly all the time. So, it's a good thing to think about. But even such devious tactics as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. Damn it! I spent it all on gacha games! I didn't even get the character I wanted! I lost the 50-50 3 times in a row! As you've experienced yourself, haven't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Why are you talking so ominously? Many of these criminals, rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. The Necomata curse. It's even worse than the curse of the Reaper. If a leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper, retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital has a never-ending supply of such scoundrels. So, do you mean Lord Van Zieks has been attacked like this before? I mean, probably. People have attacked Edgeworth, too. Except Edgeworth is such a Chad that he stares at them and they explode. He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. He probably carries a gun with him. Although, it seems his assailants were armed with guns this time. So you're telling me he didn't have a gun? Come on. Come on, Van Zieks. Wait. Is he alright? Is Lord Van Zieks hurt? My dear fellow. How on earth would I know? Frickin' Sholmes. We should show up at the hospital with some flowers.
Well, in this article here it says, as to what of Lord Van Zieks and his condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow. Did they just cliffhanger us?
Ah, I see. Well, we shall have to be patient then. No, I can't wait until tomorrow! That's my arch nemesis slash rival slash the only person I understand. In that case, you shall have to inquire with somebody in the know. But who? I mean, you were going to go see Strongheart anyway, man. Duh. Oh, I guess he's off. Well, I must be leaving. Please don't change in front of me next time, man. I don't need to see your... I don't need to see your heart underwear. Understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes. Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow. What? You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you would be wasting your time! Thought hadn't crossed my mind, but now it has. Well then, see you later indeed. Next time, don't stare at my boxer briefs. He's still laughing on the way out of the door. Oh my God! Oh my, look at this precious little angel! I have never been more happy. Look at this! Look at my little darling here! Look at her! Oh, she's so cute! Look at her! Look at her!
Alright then, Ryuno, let's get going!
Oh, Iris. What are you wearing?
I got changed to go to the Great Exhibition! You're going to take me!
But, I was just about to go to the Supreme Court.
Oh. Well, that sounds fun too! You're going to take me there!
Alright, just, lower the gun.
Of course! And after the Supreme Court, we'll go to see the Great Exhibition!
Can I see her out in the world with her little outfit?
Take me there, or the sword gets it!
No, not my best friend's soul!
What shall I make you for breakfast tomorrow? Why don't I surprise you, Ryuno?
Oh my, we're back here. Oh, frickin' God. Right, he lives inside Big Ben, if I remember correctly. Or sorry, Massive Benjamin. 22nd of October. Oh, British Supreme Court. Lord Chief Justice's office. It's been about 6 months now since I was last here. Some things never change. Like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. I don't know how anyone could get work done in here. With all the gears moving. Oh, look at her! She's just on the floor reading. Doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though, and she's happily reading.
Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here. Like the third correction of the Magna Carta written in 1312.
Right. I was forgetting that you're here before.
Oh, this is the encyclopedia. I got to finish this one.
The time we came here 6 months ago. Okay, apparently the outfit changes affect Susato as well. It was supposed to be a surprise. I guess she's not here anyway. But when Susato was given the news that she was to return to Japan, I wanted to give them a more modern look for the Great Exhibition, guys. I hope you understand. Alright, is this Strongheart? Okay, Strongheart's was like a little bit more boomy than Van Zeek's. Oh, I wish. Wait, I gotta... Ugh. Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me. Oh, Lord Strong... You cannot convince me that this man is not the final boss. You cannot convince me. Look at this man. Like, if this man is not the final boss, I will become a vegan. And I love meat. He does look like Damon Gant's ancestors.
Let's see. Since you've arrived and requested an audience,
It's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26, 27, 28, 20, 29, 30. My apologies. No, not at all. I like nothing more than standing around and staring into space while I wait for these two shining knights of armor to kill me. Good to know. That was a joke. Good to know. Good to know it doesn't bother him. Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain. You need only savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status. As you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty criminals. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Wait, what? Dang, they're having a criminal investigation conference here? Oh, I've not heard about that. Can you invite someone named Emma Sky? I'm sure she'll love it. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do. It is my highest priority, if others must wait for my attention as a result. So be it. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. You stand in my office. That is true. So, you wish to consult with me. Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about. Yeah, thank you for agreeing to meet with me, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else, as it happens.
Bruno, just take a deep breath and it'll come out with it.
Speaking of which, is Iris still over there reading? Iris? Oh, by the way, there's a nice suit of armor.
Oh, I've just had a great idea!
What is it?
We can hide inside these suits of armor and spy on the Fob Watch Master to find out what he's really like!
I don't have much interest in what Lord Strongheart's really like, though.
Oh, please, it would be so fun! You could be inside the left one and I'll go into the right!
You really want to have a go in a suit of armor, don't you?
Now you're making fun of me because I'm a child, aren't you? I will remind you I turn 11 next month!
I wasn't making fun of you. I'd like to have a go too, because I'm also a child. I actually came here today to ask you for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked. I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, even though none of it was my fault! But the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend someone under the rules of a foreign justice system, and how frickin' flawed this justice system is. And I desperately want to have another go. Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again. Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, here it comes. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Well, that is true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend / lover on a study tour, not me. Should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our justice system at home. What is that Japanese music playing in the background? That's my best friend's theme song. This isn't about you anymore. That's right! If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asogi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill his calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Sorry? The mission which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? Cooking school? What do you mean? Mission? Never mind, you moron. I've read all the reports you submitted over the past 6 months. Now this is making me think of My Little Pony. Dear Princess Celestia, it's really hard to make friends. It's clear to me that you've learned about friendship and magic, and you've been studiously obeying your revised instructions. Do you mean? As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Thank you! Thank you so much!
Oh, that's wonderful news, Ryuno.
In fact, I believe I have a perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope. Of course! Please, throw me under a huge amount of stress! Hello, any motivation to get through these readings for school? Reading will make you a better Ace Attorney player, because then you are better at reading details. You described it as a curious affair. Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware there was a serious accident? Are we gonna have to defend the teleportation guy? Please no. Please no, please. I can't defend him. Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany.
Oh, he's German. How does German? German. Ja. Schnitzel. Ja, I am German.
Tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see, how was it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think.
Instantaneous kinesis? As in teleportation?
That's right. It's just what my herbal blend needs. A dash of devil may care.
Whatever was a serious accident, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination. Can you guys imagine, like, you're teleporting through space, and then your laser accidentally intersects with a bird, and now you're like, your DNA is messed up for the rest of your life? Yeah, I wouldn't, man. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage, and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. O.D. Asman. An investor and a well-known figure in society. O.D. Asman. What's the pun there? Odiasman. Die as man. No, I mean, die as man. A large explosion.
A man died?
Yes, isn't it great? The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Habrain. Okay. Oh, it's Odious Man. Frick. Frickin' hair-brained Albert. He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow. Frickin' hair-brained. On the charge of murder. Murder? Not manslaughter? Okay. If you intend to take his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. What, is nobody defending him? A great exhibition, scientific experiment, murder. I feel out of my depth before I even started. Still, it's a good thing I got Iris here. What? Yeah, like, I remember I was so excited for the mask case. I was like, finally, it's not a murder. Wait, oops.
We should go straight to the prison then and try to meet with this German professor, don't you think?
Definitely. Ah, yes. One more thing about the case. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Oh, yeah, with Barack Obama Van Zeeks. So all sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the... Oh, all sorts of competitions have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will be taking place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium. Hey, Gilma. It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, huh? Exactly.
The birds!
London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. It feels like you're playing Civilization Stronghold. What do you miss? We're gonna be defending a stupid scientist. If that wasn't obvious. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it is imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what is known as forensic science, is it? Exactly. The future of policing.
Ah! There's so many birds.
Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Why? Is the British legal department stupid? What? Are the British lawyers all dumb? What? Do the British lawyers not know how to accomplish anything? I'm so not leaving this room. Exactly. It's extremely alarming.
Ah!
If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can... Wait, are you... Oh, he's Chief... What's the difference between Chief Justice and Attorney General? I guess Attorney General's higher? You can be sure the number of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. I guess it is just rank, huh? Sorry? By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail everyone now. Wait, we gotta go to the exhibition!
Oh, how fascinating!
It all began 15 years ago. And so I learned that there was not much to do with science, but in the process we have and furthermore, we shall learn and thus understand the importance of this forensics, for it will be a gateway to the truth. And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter, in the simplest terms, of course. God damn it. God damn it. Freaking Strongheart. How long has it been? I slept through all of it, baby. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard, I will look for a girl named Emma Faye. Oh, Emma Sky. That is my mission. Oh, yeah. That's wonderful. Interesting. I have learned when people say that's interesting, it's code for either I don't care or I'm a dumbass. Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. She just got off to reading. Iris isn't even paying attention. She's got her nose in another book.
Look, this is the Encyclopedia Index E! Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful?
I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. Anyway, I have one more thing I want to show you. Have you seen this? Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this? Word for word, baby. The reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition. Of course. No. The other side. What story? The Reaper attacked. Ah, that. Well, I guess it's another Tuesday. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor. I've only enjoyed victories against your #1 prosecutor. Need I remind you, baby? Oh. Oh,
Mr. Reaper? What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he?
What's his name? Naruto's like, please be killed, please be killed. There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zeeks would not be so easily dispatched. Dang it! I mean, oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know, so I can replicate it and hopefully defeat him myself. Very well, if it interests you. You see, it all started when I was a boy. It does, strangely. Ah. Fortunately, Lord Van Zeeks emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for this man. He's a very capable fighter. But that's incredible. They were armed with guns. Why was he attacked? Do we know? It's related to the events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van Zeeks. But the man was acquitted. I've no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. And there was a juror named Manakyn. He didn't seem very trustworthy, to be honest. He likely took all the money. A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, honestly, if the prosecutor was the Reaper, I wouldn't be all that afraid to be bribed because I know that he's gonna, if he's guilty, he'll die anyway. If we quote the curse. The man in question met a dramatic end yesterday. Wait, is that? But you're not suggesting that was the work of the Reaper, surely? The victim's henchmen certainly seem to think so. He was a man. Wait, ass man? Wait, ass man. Ass man, not ass. ODS man. Wait. Did you say Asman?
That's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition.
It's amazing how a little bit of stress on a word can completely change the meaning. Yes. Known publicly as an investor. Oh, so he made his money in venture capitalism. Okay, I see. And of course he would be involved in shady business. Right? Like hostile takeovers, buyouts, all those types of things, like, you know, scamming people and all that. Yeah, makes sense. In reality, the head of a significant criminal organization. Unbelievable. How's the volume, by the way? Is my voice okay? Is my is the music okay? A little too loud, too soft? Aspen Gold. I wonder, could I ask you something? Try me. Why do you use Lord Van Zeeks as a prosecutor? Because he is my personal lapdog. All good, thank you. All the criminals who manage to get off on court are then met with mysterious ends. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zeeks first. I know there's no evidence that he's actually the Reaper, but in that sense, but still, something's clearly going on here. I have Van Zeek's work for the prosecution for service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. I mean, to be fair, if he's the best prosecutor in the capital, you use him. Secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following the trials are nothing to do with him. But that, I mean, it could just be a group of vigilantes. How can you explain why so many have died? I mean, we know McGilded's death. And now we know another person's death, the Assman. What is it? He died by scientific accident. What is the what is the legal term for death by scientific accident? Van Zeeks may have earned himself the monkeyer. Monkey? The monkey. I love that word. Oh, wait. Moniker. Moniker. English is my first language, guys. I promise. English is my first language. Just explosion, maybe. Maybe. Van Zeeks may have earned himself the monkey. Moniker! Van Zeeks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper. But he is no killer. The monkeyer. The monkeyer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. I actually am really happy with the voice I gave Strongheart, because I gave him kind of like a slow voice, and yet he's like super obsessed with being punctual. So it's almost like weirdly fitting. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget. Wait, you're literally like... It's like, it might as well be the next day. 11 hours late? That's quite something. Yes, but I had to explain all 123 reasons. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for my engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. Where would I find Lord Van Zeeks? Want to buy him some flowers? The same way you guys remember? Oh man, I think back to that, it's so cute. Even though Phoenix is like constantly being berated by the prosecution, he still went to Karma's bedside and bought her flowers and like a get well soon card. Oh. I would assume he's at his office. Right. I'll go and ask about the attack in person. I want to get it straight from the horse's mouth. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands. Of course, yes, thank you, my lord.
Can I go home now?
New location. What do you guys want to do first? We'll just go in order, I say. Prison. Look at him. Oh my god. The classic scientific stereotype. Schnitzel. Schnitzel. I'm really bad at German accents. What are some German words? Schnitzel? Yeah, I am German. German. Look at me. Look at me. I am a German. Okay. Is the Luke at me voice going to come back? Oh, wait, we didn't read that. Local prison, cell number 2.
The warden said cell 11. That's the one. Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball back there in the corner.
What's his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain? Excuse me, Professor Hairbrain. Who are you? I am Ryunosuke. A lawyer! What was it? Something I said? A lawyer, you say? Would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? I have no idea what accent this is at this point. Yesterday's a demonstration. The demonstration was that magnificent demonstration was an out-and-out success by any current calculations. But despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in the science. When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity. What is this? Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave. So, tell me about your demonstration. So you mentioned the demonstration yesterday.
The papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he?
Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you really want to. I suppose in the strictest sense. The experiment was a failure. but at the same time, it was a great success. You've lost me. I saw it with my own eyes. Right there in front of me, Mr. Asman was spontaneously disassembled. He exploded. Hairbrain. He exploded. I suppose you could call that spontaneously disassembled. He's not wrong. Look. He's a man of science. He's not wrong. He was spontaneously disassembled. Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations has predicted. At that point, they should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. However, the machine exploded, and Mr. Asman the machine exploded, and Mr. Well, I caught the German for a second, a really bad German. Yes, I cannot deny that part of the experiment was a failure. So what you're really saying is, the large explosion that killed Mr. Asman was an accident.
But the bigwigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder.
Uh-oh. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished. At once. But... murder! Never in a million years! It was an accident, simply an accident! I see.
Haley and I were talking this morning. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder.
Why is he talking about this to a 10-year-old? How exactly?
Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody.
On what grounds? Ah, yes. It's newly established here in Britain. The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Better question is, why did Ryunosuke bring a 10-year-old? That is also a good question. That one passed me by.
But if this case is treated as murder...
then they say my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to pour over it as much as they like. And they examine every detail. They find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea. Plagiarism! Aren't you a scientist? Aren't you trying to publish? Right? You should publish. Just publish. Then they can't copy it because it's yours. The machine must be protected at all costs. That is why it is imperative this whole incident be shown to be an accident in tomorrow's trial. What did Nintendo do? I see now. Copy what? I mean, just publish your publish like a scientific paper on the idea, right? Then even I don't know if this guy's after money. If he's after money, then that's not going to work. But if he just publishes a paper and makes it public that I discovered this idea, then no one can really steal it. Just make it public that you discovered instantaneous kinesis, which you probably didn't. You're probably being an idiot. So, in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition. Yes, or rather, no. The devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible accident. Sounds the same to me.
You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? That sounds really dumb. And a 10-year-old is telling you that?
Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical Stupid. Stupid. Everyone knows humans are made of blood, phlegm, pus. I forgot what the last liquid was. And soda. There was like a 4 liquids theory. I forgot what they were. I don't know if that's already been beyond this, but atoms? No, it doesn't exist. I don't know what you were talking about. Water? Nah. Maple syrup. Maybe if you're in Canada, it's maple syrup. Soup. So it must be possible using a sufficiently high voltage to break those bonds and beam the particles through the space. Yeah, that's called murder. That's it in a nutshell. That's my idea. You see, that's my amazing hypothesis. That's unimaginably high-level science. This freaking idiot. Oh, but dare to imagine it. Dare to dream of such incredible technology. It is spontaneous human combustion functionally. He's literally saying, if I put enough electricity through you, your body will fall apart. And like, yeah, you're not wrong, but he's a goofball. He is. Just to think, one moment I could be here in the cell, and the next I could be at the great exhibition again. Well, yeah, that would be incredible. As the next maybe in the blink of an eye, I could be at the great parties and theater. Possibilities are endless. The world, our vast planet, will be within reach. So no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days. I wonder if we do invent teleportation, which company will corporatize it? Which company will corporatize it and like charge like thousands of dollars?
I don't really see it like that.
What do you mean?
Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't seem vast anymore, would it? I think it'd feel like it had shrunk.
Yeah, can you imagine just like walking out your door and going to France for lunch? Well, I guess you couldn't do that because France would be sleeping while I'm having lunch. Or like, it'd be like, when I'm having lunch, it'd be like early in the morning, right? So I guess you couldn't do that. And I feel like if I could go anywhere in the world, my sense of time would be so off. Like, I go from here to Japan and then it'd feel like morning. My word, that's exactly right! What are the implications? What does this mean?
Oops. That's got the Professor Bunny Brain.
Oh! Professor Bunny Brain!
That's got Professor Bunny Brain really worried by the look of it.
This is yet another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose. Monica body pillows. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. The point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works. But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that is why always the fly in the ointment.
Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Money that young scientists like you don't have.
Okay, but Mita Bali, fair argument. He's 33. He's pretty young for a scientist. Well, I'm using today's terms. I don't know how young scientists... Okay. How young was Isaac Newton when he invented calculus? People say 24. Okay, so the age, yeah, but that's a little bit too young. What about, how old was Albert Einstein when he developed theory of relativity? How old was Albert? Albert Einstein was 26 At the age of 26, Albert Einstein proposed his special theory of relativity. The theory reconciled physics of moving bodies developed by... Okay, so Einstein was 26. This guy is 33. Let me think. This is like maybe 20 years beforehand. I mean, it's a range. I'd say he's still pretty young, 33. Just like you having the ability to draw anything. I can draw anything. I can even draw all the yaoi I want. Tsumugi Shirogane body pin. Maybe if we can, we really should. How's it going, Mystery?
That's exactly it, yes. Hurley's always complaining about it. He says the government should invest more in science. But anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Osmond.
The victim who died yesterday, huh? Herlock Sholmes, get out. The full name of the man who died yesterday was Mr. Odiousman. What exactly was your relationship?
He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thank my lucky duck.
Wait, stars. I don't know why. Lucky ducks is like a phrase for me.
Lucky stars.
I see. So you hadn't really known on each other until then. Quack.
Money for scientific research. I'm so envious. Invest in 10-year-old children. As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel.
Oh, really? Because he ran a criminal underground. Did you know that?
An archangel, even. He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for the presentation at the great exhibit. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research from the British government. Mr. Asman provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine.
Who was the engineer? I thought he built it himself, but if someone else built it for him, we should check with that guy.
He produced a machine to my precise specifications. But then your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion because your theory is all a load of poppycock and you have absolutely no right being a scientist. You hurt my feelings. As you can see, I owe everything to Asmin. I would never, ever have the thought of taking the man's life.
Seems genuine enough. Don't think he's lying. I guess that's it. We don't have anything we want to present to him. Maybe this?
How could this have happened?
You must feel awful. As well as a man losing his life. The crystal... He destroyed the crystal tower. Okay, killing someone, whatever. But when you break a beautiful piece of glass structure, it's like, that's where I draw the line.
I know what happened. It must have been that.
That?
The day before this demonstration, I had my usual meal of frankfurters at the hotel restaurant. When I paid the bill, they give me 3 shilling too much in change. But instead of saying anything, I just slipped the coin into my pocket. They're still there now.
Man, karma's a bitch, boy.
It is divine retribution for my wrongdoing. That's what it is.
For a scientist, he's very superstitious. Long and illogical. Well, okay then. I'm leaving. Goodbye. If you let your concentration slip, you might miss what people say. Okay, well, maybe there's something else. Oh, I know. I'm a lawyer. And I'm here to represent you. Ah, fascinating, yes. In Japan, where I come from, it's the symbol of a defense lawyer. Wearing it is very bracing, I find. Your words make some sense to me, but they are entirely illogical. I just realized the scales of justice are on that little symbol. What do you mean? Well, for example, I find this Wright laboratory coat that I wear for my work being very bracing. However, in my case, there is a perfectly logical reason for that feeling. Really? What is it? It is too small! I purchased the wrong size! Of all people to relate to, it's this guy. I purchased the wrong size by mistake. This one is too small. The sleeves are extremely bracing. I cannot move my wrists. So that's what you call logical? Of course, this is entirely logical. That is a science. Hold on. He's slowly becoming Italian. I guess that's it. Yeah, we've presented everything. We've asked him about everything. We've presented both of the only two things. Well, maybe there's something we'll get from, what's his face? Look, there's a chessboard. Do you guys see that in the corner? There's a little policeman and a little, like, there's a little replica of the experiment. Look at all those glasses. Holy. My man has a lot of glasses.
Oh, so this is the legendary Reaper's office.
It appears so.
It sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deadly atmosphere!
Oh, is that? What the frick? That hooded figure was... Look at all that wine, man! Ignore the dude! Look at the wine! Those are definitely barrels of blood. What are you doing here? Ah! Hey, I'm here. He has too much wine. He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be. Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, glad to see you're well. I am. So you wanna hang out or something? Fine. You wanna go to the Great Exhibition? Let's. So do you like book? Yes. So who's the person over by the wall being punished for something? No punishment is taking place here. That's my He has an apprentice? That is my thrall. He's sitting there of his own free will. Wait, thralls don't have free will. I guess he's sitting there of my free will. I didn't know you had an apprentice. It must be the man from the League of Owls. He's very able in combat. A requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage. Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported? The Reaper. I'd be interested to know the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms. So, you like action figures too? Because I like action figures.
Oh, look! It's a scale model of the Great Exhibition showground.
Oh, it is, huh? Amazing. I wonder why it's here. Look, they have the little experiment machine over here as well. Perhaps he made it to take his mind off the sadness of being too busy to attend in person. Or perhaps he's too embarrassed to queue up for a ticket. I'd like 2 tickets, please. I'm here for fun. Surely it's obvious that I'm using this as an investigative aid. You Nipponese have no business painting others as overly reserved. I really didn't think he'd overhear that. It was in blue text. Look at this painting. That portrait really dominates the room. It's a very majestic outfit and pose. But sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Manzik's face. Damn! Naruhodo, don't be rude.
Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist exaggerated his subject's handsomeness.
We're saying this while ominous music is playing in the background. Ah, that reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered his artists to make him look more attractive when they painted him.
How vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it?
That portrait does not depict me. Surely it's immediately obvious. At this point, we're just trolling him. Come on, Manzik, lighten up. We love you, buddy. Oh, then who is it? That's his father. You gonna respond to that? That's my dad. It could totally be his dad. Wait, who is it? I feel like that's going to be relevant to the case. Oh, you play chess. You want a match? It's so stylish.
And that's a marble chess set beside it. Would you like to play?
Sure. I'm going to checkmate.
Wow, you're really bad, Naruhodo. Ryuno.
Chess. That's the Western version of our Japanese shogi game, isn't it? You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems.
Oh, really? You'd probably like chess problems in that case.
I'd love to challenge Lord Van Zeek sometimes. That was a 2-move checkmate. Oh, I'll try again. That was a 3-move checkmate. To a bout of shogi problems.
If you only really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that on your own at home.
Yeah, there's no way Naruhodo knows anything about chess. Look at that fine collection of hallowed chalices. And bottles neatly lined up there. My hallowed bottles are filled with the essence of the finest grapes from the finest vineyards I visit. Oh, did I say gripes? I meant humans. And I personally oversee these children wait. Sorry, I had vampire on the mind. And I personally oversee these chalices being made in the finest crystal craftsmen in the world.
And yet you throw them around in court like they're worthless.
Yes, because this imbecile is so unimaginably and repeatedly wide of the mark sometimes. Look, you throwing it around, that's all you. Don't blame this on me. Before you open your mouth next time, you should consider the poor artisans whose work you defy. I don't throw the chalices! So it's my fault? Silly me. How could I have ever thought otherwise? I love this. I love this. It's so serious and yet it's so silly. Look at all those ancient casks lining the wall there.
Casks in the Reaper's chamber? Or are they caskets?
You don't think all those people who escaped conviction are lying inside them dead? What ridiculous notions are going through your head, man? We're just trolling him. We're totally just trolling him. This is my collection of fine vintages. That's like worth probably hundreds of thousands by today's currency.
Bruno and I were just musing to ourselves. Don't mind us, Reaper.
I really want to hit this girl, but I cannot, because I cannot hit a girl, so I'll hit you instead. Ow! Iris! Close your mouth! Oh! Oh, God! I wouldn't if you hadn't invited yourselves to my office to talk nonsense within my earshot. Wait, there are bats up here. Wow! There were bats!
Yes, the Reaper's familiars, I expect.
What about the mute man in the dark cloak? I thought he was the familiar. Just not the flying kind.
He must be a dear friend of the Reaper, then.
I think the familiar idea is more likely. Scary, though, either way. Well, rest in peace, the bats. Alright. The owl in the room. It really looks like a punishment to me. Well, that's because you guys do that punishment in Japan.
I've never seen someone sitting like that before.
He hasn't moved a muscle since we... Wait. I've never heard someone I've never seen someone sitting like that before. That's a punishment. He hasn't moved a muscle since we've arrived. You think perhaps he's dead?
If he was dead, Rudo, he wouldn't be sitting up now, would he?
Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's going to talk to us.
He's not dead!
I don't know, but the way he's sitting is suspicious. Because it's particularly interesting that only Ryunosuke recognizes this as a punishment. Iris is like, why is he sitting like that? Because that is a Japanese way to sit. I'm gonna have to think on that. Could that be Asian? That's Asian! That's the Asian guy! That's the Asian guy. Maybe that's Asian! Oh, if you think about it, the first two names were Kazuma Asogi and A period Shin. Shin sounds vaguely Japanese. And then there was Tobias and Wilson. 2 English names and 2 Japanese names. Maybe? Right? So the top 2 names are 2 Japanese names, and the bottom 2 names are 2 English names? Maybe? So maybe that's another Japanese dude. Or girl, I don't know who Asian is. Lord Strongheart said the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack. True. Carried out by henchmen of Odie Asmon's criminal organization. The investigation meant the arrests were imminent. Presumably, some hoped to kill me before that happened. Odie Asmon. He always masqueraded as one of London's most powerful financiers. A global investigator. But his enormous wealth came to him by underhanded means, via his criminal activities.
And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, did he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper.
But the man got his comeuppance in the end. Yesterday, in fact. In extraordinary circumstances. It was most unusual cause of death. Yeah, I know about that. It was teleportation. Mr. Asmon died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage had an enormous explosion. Correct. And you think I have some kind of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen, do you? Well, no. If this man really is the fabled Reaper, then he has to be innocent of this particular death at least.
It's strange how this has all worked out, hasn't it, Bruno? I mean, what with you taking on the professor's defense for the trial tomorrow?
What? You're going to be defending him. Yeah, that's right. I don't really know the guy, but he seems German. Albert Hairbrain. That's right. Do you know him? Of course. He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together. Wait, he's British? Oops.
What?
I understand that Professor Hairbrain was from Germany. Hairbrain's from a respectable British... Oh, oops. Why are you talking like that, Hairbrain? What do you mean? I am a British. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research. That's all. So you were students together? I was in the Faculty of Law, of course, and he was in science, so our paths rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along, though I've not met him since my university days. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form. And with you, of all people, representing him. Wait, so he's prosecuting his friend? If only I make it out of this office alive. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems. Yes, I know. Because the prosecution will be Oh, I guess that wasn't established. I just assumed at this point that it's always him. Will be handled by me. By you? But y'all are friends. We are friends, it's true. Then why would you do this? You've literally sentenced him to death!
If the Reaper is the prosecutor, there's nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed.
What's Lord Van Ziek's thinking? What do you mean by what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean... I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod. Yet, but once I sacrifice enough humans,
But they've all died, haven't they? The people you've prosecuted. Whether or not the trial ended in conviction or acquittal.
Wait, did the people who were convicted also get... I guess they get sent to the gallows? Because, like, prison is still a relatively new idea. I don't know. Did they have prison back then? I don't know. Those I prosecute are the vilest wretches of our society. People who, without question, deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without... Yes, I agree that maybe it's better that they are dead, but that doesn't mean people have the right to do it. So, But that's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a vile wretch at all. Admit it! You liked him! You liked Mr. Natsume! He was cool, and he was nice. He was a little bit wacky, but I loved him. Sholmes loved him. Admit it! You loved him! Everyone loves Natsume! Welcome back, Mystery.
Nor was Ginny. Admit it! You love her! I love her! Ryuno loves her! Hurley loves her! Everybody loves Ginny! Even though she steals money from me! She's ever so hard-working now.
Where is Gina? Don't worry, I'm good. I always keep the video up, Mystery. I cannot deny that since I've encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is, right? He used to only like prosecute like criminal underworld leaders and stuff. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind, not my work. Right, he's essentially saying my theory, right? Which is like, people probably want them dead anyway. Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved.
But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believe it's true.
The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, crime has gone down. The number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially. I mean, that is a obvious result, right? If people think crime will kill them, crime will go down. Right? Which is, you know, that's always the question about punishment, right? If the punishment for stealing $1,000 is a fine of $500, why the heck would you not steal $1,000, right? Oh. It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives. Do you mean to say... I mean to say that... Did I show him my armband? I have not yet. If my pseudonym serves a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly and with honor. But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed. I have a feeling that Van Zieks is the type of person who's like, I don't care if I die as long as I succeed in my mission or whatever. If that is my fate, let God decide. Lord Van Zieks? Do you believe in God? You're a vampire. I've known you've seen this around my arm before, but I wanted to show you. What is it exactly? It's the mark of a defense lawyer. In Japan, at least. And what's your reason for showing it to a British prosecutor? Oh, well, I don't know. I just think it looks neat. I can understand, at least. There's merit in reminding yourself of who helped you become what you are today. Oh? But that's a personal matter. Something you may want to keep close at all times. Not something to flaunt. No, I suppose not. Thank you for understanding, though. Oh! Hey, we're actually bonding! So, when I was 13, I tried my hand at cricket, and I was very bad. I lost the game and I cried for 15 minutes. I totally get you, Van Zeeks. Lord Van Zeeks, about the article in the paper. Ah, yes. It seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. It's me, Wright and Many Memo! I've gotten my camera fixed! I had no idea I've been photographed. It was careless of me.
It looks as though it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away.
Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every single one. There's someone else fighting alongside you. And I think it's the same man who's sitting over there. As I mentioned already, he's my apprentice. Perhaps you could tell me a little bit more about him. He's just camera shy. Ooh. Tell me about your apprentice, man. He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. So you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose.
Ah, like you are to Harley then, Rune.
Wait, since when am I his apprentice? I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with the Great. He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack. It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask. Yes, from the League of Owls. On Strongheart's orders. Nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity. Van Zeeks, do you realize that guy's probably Japanese? If Ryunosuke is the only person who identifies the way he's sitting, he is probably Japanese, or she. I think it's Asian. I think it's Asian. I think it might be Asian, right? It would make sense that 2 Japanese people on top, 2 English people on the bottom, right? Which means if this person dies, then Tobias, we gotta protect Tobias Gregson with our life. Wait, if this person dies, then we gonna put Detective Gregson in like frickin' witness protection, man. 24/7 surveillance. We ain't letting him die. But why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual? Lord Strongheart's orders again. He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions. I hope you're right. Jeez. Well, frick, man. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh. The task is complete. Good. In that case, you can collect all the briefs. Wait, what? Collate. Collate all the briefs? Collate? I don't actually know that word. So, Come here often? Nice to meet you. Well, frick. I guess back to work. Apparently, you know, people don't know how to do basic pleasantries here. That was really strange. Never met that man before. I didn't even know he existed, and yet... somehow it didn't feel like... maybe... oh, maybe he is Japanese. Ooh. It didn't feel like our first encounter. Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside this office. Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden... Damn! You're not allowed to talk! Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Why are you so interested in my apprentice, anyway? No reason. It's not because he's hot or... Hey, maybe Runo also falls under the attractiveness scale, right? 3 things. Cheating men, furries, and serial killers. Well, that guy probably falls under the 3rd one. No, it's just serial killers are kind of hot, that's all. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean... the way he stood there, so menacingly. It couldn't be... It couldn't be. I'm going to think for a second. Who have we met before? It's Biff Stroganoff! It's probably not Biff Stroganoff. Ah, yes. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh, what's that? Biff was way more buff than that. Hey, he's been cutting. That Nipponese man. Is he faring well? He cares. He cares. It's not like I care or anything. It's... Is he faring well? Not that I, want to know or anything. It's not any of my business, but I figured I might as well ask. Sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago. With the stoop, and the mustache, and the jitters. Oh, Mr. Natsume, you mean...
I'm not sure if he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, Runo.
He's fine. Thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post the other day. I see. Don't get me wrong, I don't care. I don't care about him at all. It's not like I'm glad he's safe or anything. It's not that I wish him a good life or anything. It's not that I secretly want to be friends. I think we could end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case. Yes, thank you for the advice and for the conversation. Can't believe he's asking after Soseki-san. After a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. By the way, What is his address? Can I, how do I write to him? Not that I'm planning to write to him or anything. I just figured that in case it's absolutely necessary. He's gonna send a, no, he's not. He's gonna, Dear Soseki Natsume, how is your cat? I don't particularly care, but I'm just curious. Did your literature career ever take off? I'm not particularly interested in literature, but I suppose I might as well check since I'm writing to you. Oh, he's a tsundere. Well, but now he's a tsundere. The cat's here still in England.
I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you?
I mean, it seems like he has like a reasonably has like a very reasonable life outside of the court, maybe. Like maybe he used to be happy. And then, I don't know, maybe tragedy, and now he's sad. That's the same for Edgeworth, right?
That's a turn up for the books.
A mad scientist. Oh, you mean Professor Bunnybrain. It might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Van Zeeks. Now listen here. Remember, I did not ask about Natsume. I don't care about literature. I'm just curious. And I'd like a copy of his book, just for research purposes, not because I want to see his successes. Not because I want to cheer him on, or be his friend or anything. Can we go to the Great Exhibition yet? The Reaper's varsity years. I love how they phrase that. I'm not sure I understand the book reference you guys are putting down, to be honest. I understand Lord Van Zeeks is a friend of yours from your university days?
Yes, that's right. He was studying law whilst I was studying science.
Also, you're British, right?
Yes.
Why do you speak like that?
Blame the streamer.
Should I keep the voice, guys, or should I change it to a more British voice? What was he like back then?
A good Christian.
Keep it
Unassuming, gentlemanly, and all-round nice fellow, really.
Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about Baroque von Zeeks. What was he like at university?
Talk about a leading question, Runo. Objection! Leading the witness! See, I've learned. As I said, unassuming, extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the darling of the Van Zeeks family, with all his great aristocratic origins. Oh, I didn't realize he had quite such noble blood. Or is his entire family over 500 years old or something?
Little darling.
It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learned what he became. The Reaper of the Berry, no less.
That's right.
I did hear, though, that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation.
Really, what sort of event?
Ah! I'm sorry, but I do not know anymore. I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany.
Yes, of course. He's heard all about the Reaper. Really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Van Zeeks will be the prosecutor. You probably should. He was going to find out eventually. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion occurred yesterday. That was an accident. You have no intent to harm the victim, who was in fact the sole investor in your work. That's correct, as 2 squared is 4. I swear it. Yes, it's true that the man perished in a machine of mine invention. So I know that I'm far from blameless, but still, I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. I'm a man of science, it's all I know, please, you have to believe me, please. Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Jeez, where did the sad music come from? I thought this guy was like a funny dude. Science is the pursuit of truth. I've always believed in that all my life. I'm afraid I don't know much about science or your theories. But I do believe you. And I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law. It's all I know. And frankly, I don't know very much about it because I kind of suck. But you have to believe me! When I went to leave to Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. That's a good mentality to have, buddy. Thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Zvadi! Wrong character.
All right, Reno, it's time! Time to visit the Great Exhibition!
Sorry?
Well, that's where the incident happened, isn't it?
Okay. Yes, okay, Iris, I will go, okay, please, no, Iris, please, don't do it! We're being threatened by the little girl! Alright, where are we going? Oh, where is it? Oh, experimentation stage. Flipped his words. I wasn't even paying attention. Maybe I did. There's the crystal tower. Dang, who left all this trash here? Jeez. Wait, what the frick? Is that a... Over there in the corner, is that a gun? Wait a second. Over there, is that a crossbow? Why is there just randomly a crossbow over there? I'm guessing that's a piece of evidence, guys. Yeah, it even has the wind and everything. You guys, for those of you who don't know, some of these strong crossbows had so much tension in them, you couldn't actually pull them back like this. You had to wind them in order to pull them back. So you even see like where the winding thing is in the back. Yeah. 22nd of October. The Great Wait, I'm just thinking about how Natsume's trial was in February. So it's all the way to October now. The Great Exhibition Grounds. Foot of the Crystal Tower. Showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. I've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now. I felt myself swooning 3 times because there were many beautiful ladies.
There are a lot of people out there. I've almost been trodden on 3 times.
Iris, hold my hand. Hold my hand. Don't get separated from me. Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. Oh! 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 I feel like I'm living vicariously as Iris's dad through Ryunosuke. We finally made it through the throngs. Through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Through the throngs, though. Through the throngs, though. Through the throngs, though. Through the throngs, though. Throngs, though. Through the throngs, though. That's a tongue twister. Here we are, underneath the public experimentation stage, where the explosion happened. Oh, look at that. Dang. Oh, look, it's Union Jack. Da 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 da. Wait, that's Russia. Da 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 da. Oh. Looks like those cops are arguing. What's that? I can hear voices from up on top of the stage. Sounds like an argument. What's going on? It's my girl! I glitched the vocal track. It's my girl! It's Gina, everyone! This is Gina! Right! I had it with you this time, I'm warning you. I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh yeah? Go on, Spectre! Give it a shot! You ain't got no evidence, and you know it! Oh, she's back causing mayhem. It's my girl! Wait, I know those voices. You got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady. But a night in the cells will teach you some manners, eh? Just try it, I dare ya! If you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat. Wait, to be fair, he probably doesn't care because he's eating it. Hey, she got new clothes!
Yoo-hoo! Grexy! What are you doing up there?
See? It's you here. Here, you, your ladyship. See? Cheetah took a bath. How are you, your ladyship? I hope you're well, your ladyship. Does that make her 3 times a lady? Oh, I hate it. 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 Ryunosuke, I had more faith in you than frickin' that. Come on, man.
I'm not well at all. I'm far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite in no time once I pull some strength for you, master. What up, Gregson? An inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but now he's back in action. Did he go to jail? No, I think he was just suspended. Wait, does that mean Gina's out of jail? Yay! What did you learn? Oh, I learned that you have to be more careful when you're stealing. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the adventure of Sherlock Holmes. And for that reason, you can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. There are limits, surely. Or there should be. Ah, man, watch it, sunshine! So sorry. What gives then? Don't tell me you're on this case. Yeah, I'm actually the defense.
Oh, so we're here to investigate.
Ah, dear me, that's the situation, isn't it? Is it really that troubling? A measly 5 bulbs? Hey, out of my pockets! My money! You're a lawyer, ain't ya? You can stand to carry a bit more copper around your pockets, Mr. Naruto. Hey, my money! You can have it back, but I have to charge you for all the butter. 3 bob. It's my girl. It's my girl. She has a new set of clothes and she took a bath and she doesn't have dirt all over her face. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket or a diver. Born and bred in the East End. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is the young girl I was defending in court. What's the problem with it, Otto? Diver, pickpocket. What's your name calling? You want a bag of chips ran down your throat all, do ya? I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it. I assume you've been up to your usual tricks here. That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Odo.
Oh, but he's not talking to a lady. He's talking to you.
Jumping 5! Oh! I love to pick on Gina. After it's a long time, people can change. I'm an apprentice now. Learn to be a Scotty. No! Oh my god! Oh my, she's all grown up! Oh, I'm so happy. So you have to call me what everyone else does. Is Inspector Lestrade now? Inspector? Wait, that badge is homemade. Man, the inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls for that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating is off the cards for all of us. Gregson is the strict dad who's like, I don't want that cat around my house. Fine, I'll feed it. Fine, he can sit in my lap.
What's that supposed to mean?
Right. Well, I'll be back up top. You'll hold down the fort down here, right? Right, sir? This raises a lot of questions. Oh, it's Gina! I'm so happy! But before we do that, what the frick is this?
Ah! It looks like somebody dropped something behind this tree over here.
Dropped or hid? That's a crossbow. That's 100% a crossbow. Some part of the machine that exploded?
Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above the blast.
Oh, what's going on here? Nothing. I think I'll hang on to this just in case I need to kill someone. Mysterious. It's a crossbow. It's not that hard. Come on. She did have her own little, what's it called? A mischievous theme. Oh, this isn't for winding. It's for like flipping back the thingamajiggy. Here. There's some sort of lever here. To be fair, it's not obvious. Okay, I was a nerd for medieval weaponry when I was a kid, so I knew all about like long swords and like hand and a half swords and like look, I was one of those nerdy idiots who thought knowing about swords made me cool, okay? And that's the reason why I learned fencing. I thought like, oh man, sword fighting, I'll be so cool. And I didn't realize it just made me look like a nerd. Yeah, it's obviously a crossbow. Oh, wow! I didn't expect it to look like that. I thought it just flipped down and had like a little handle there, but it's like it has like that's more advanced than I thought. It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun. I think it's probably used for the same thing too. It's a folding crossbow. Yeah, look, you even have like the for the shoulder, and then you have this to wind it up, and like, yeah, this is a lot different than I was expecting it would look. I thought you just flip it out and flip it back. I didn't realize like it was like, oh, the gears will open this up like that. Average Ruby weapon. Maybe I've just been watching too much Ruby. Oh, can crossbows fold like that? Well, there were some interesting designs. They don't, not really like this. I don't think I've ever seen one that really folded like this. I just thought like, you know, it would just like maybe there's like a string over here. I didn't realize that the string goes all the way back here. Let me Google some images. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah, a lot of the ones I'm seeing, like, they're really old, so it's not really helping us my case here. But it's like you can put in it's probably a little bit bigger, right? Because the way the shoulder part, I don't know any of the terms. I'm a nerd, not an actual person who knows anything. Okay, guys. But okay. But yes, it's a crossbow. Yeah, so this part goes against your shoulder. I don't even know what it's called, man. But stop. I am smart. I know all about guns, guys. Yeah, so the stock goes against your shoulder here, and then you actually hold this. So it's actually reasonably large. It's actually pretty large. So this goes against your shoulder, and and that's the trigger right there, right? So it's actually pretty large. But yeah, I don't know if there's like, I know the modern ones can probably do some folding. I don't know if any of the old ones could do folding. But then again, this is like the technological age. So maybe someone could like create a crossbow that does like something like this. All right, here. It looks like you wind around this in order to draw the bowstring. Yeah, if it has like this wind right here, it's a really big one. Because only the biggest ones would have the wind over there because it was too tense for a normal human to pull it back. You must be able to fire arrows with a huge amount of force. In fact, I'd imagine it's far more accurate and powerful than a Japanese longbow. You'd be surprised. Oh, wait, well, power, definitely. From what I understand. Accuracy, maybe not. There were like problems with but yeah, I'm just not even gonna bother with that. But actually, I am. There were problems with crossbows in that, what is it? Because of the way, you know, it's set up. You put the arrow in there, right? It was a little bit more, like, people suggested that it was more difficult to aim because you had less control over the arrow itself and so on and so forth. But the nice thing was it was very convenient, right? Because, you know, you didn't have to pull something back with your entire body. So, I mean, once you've loaded it, I mean. I really had no idea what I was picking up when I spotted this. Anyway.
I'm so smart.
Alright, we'll also look at this.
Oh, look, what's this? A ripped piece of cloth?
It's not like any fabric I've seen before. It's very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable.
It's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing.
Canvas with a rubber backing, so it's like a protective material.
And the edges appear a bit charred as well.
Maybe that means it had something to do with the explosion. Oh, maybe it was like a protective material on the machine?
Let's make note of it while Ginny's mid-yawn.
Now we have to sneak behind Gita's back because she's a detective too. Crystal Tower. Certainly an apt name. Built to be the focal point of the exhibition, and it definitely is, being so tall. Can't imagine a building like this ever being erected in Japan. I'm pretty sure there are plenty now.
There are lots of exhibits inside the tower as well, apparently. Of course, there's an observation deck, but there's also an art gallery, a zoo, and a museum! I want to go to the petting zoo! But I heard you have to queue for 3 hours just to get to the door!
A zoo? It's probably a small zoo. Well, at the moment, the shattered glass from the failed experiment may well be the biggest draw.
And that's thanks to the accident the whole tower is shut down!
Suddenly, it's not the Crystal Tower, but the Crystal Glass Shower. Ha ha ha!
That really wasn't very funny, Runo. Apparently, everyone's taken to the skies to look at the disaster area from above.
A zoo of any size. That is true, it's still pretty extreme.
But there's a 3-hour queue to go up in a balloon now.
Londoners must be very patient. You know, people believe that in, in Soviet Russia, people spent half their lives in lines. Not exactly the same, but still. You know, people used to stand in lines. These stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate. Oh, wait, no, I want to talk to Gina first. Oh, we'll do it in a bit. The Great Exhibition Grounds. Experimentation stage. Honestly, the machine survived pretty intact. I'm surprised. So that's the machine that blew up.
Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion, and I've seen my fair share. I literally see one every day with Hurley.
You've seen things like this before, you mean?
Of course! Hurley's always doing experiments! In fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry!
That might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes wafting up the stairs.
One time, he made something that exploded with such force, it took the roof off the building.
Maybe you should be a little bit more careful.
I'd wish you'd been there to see it, Runo.
It's hard to get excited about that, given that I now live under that roof.
Well, anyway, that's enough about that. Time to investigate!
Hey, Greg. Sin. Oh, look, it's Inspector Gregson. He appears to be deep in thought, whilst eyeing up the machine carefully.
Really? He just looks confused to me.
Hold on, we have to go down and talk to Gina first. How do we go down and talk to Gina? Wait, I want to talk to Gina! Is there a way to talk to Gina? Move. Here. 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 Maybe, yeah, maybe exit and re-enter. Good idea. Why are you back here? I'm sorry! About Gina. It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina. Does she still have, what's his name's? McGilded's jacket? It was 8 months ago that I first encountered Gina in connection with the case I was working on. At that time, she was living on the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder.
I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realised I couldn't go on like I was. The diving weren't working out. I'm so pleased to hear it, Ginny.
Is Gina's making that? I mean, I know her character's based on Lestrade. So you went from being a pickpocket to a detective? You got it? Got it, innit? Inspector Lestrade? Sounds like someone out of a book, eh? It sure does, Gina. It sure does. Talk about a sea change. And then there's Iris's old man to think about. Iris is dead. Wait, does she know about him? Yeah, I promised her, didn't I? I get all the police forces around the world to put out all the stops to look for him. She did. I remember that. Just a small promise, nothing serious.
Oh, Ginny, you're so sweet.
So anyway, that's how come I had to go for a test at Scotland Yard. Only trouble, I don't read so well now. Right, she can't read. She never had education. Oh no. Oh no. Just a small problem.
And that's when Hurley approached Gracie and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Gina and make her a sort of apprentice.
Aw, Gracie does care. Gracie cares. Gracie cares. It's not like I wanted to see her happy and healthy or anything, see? That was very magnanimous of Inspector Gregson.
Well, you know, Hurley, he enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants.
Was he threatened? Now listen here, Gregson. I hear you like adopting children. Who told you that? Well, I did, with a gun to your head. Well, the great detective likes digging for dirt. So the long and short of it is, if you've got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade. Right then, Inspector. I totally call her Inspector just to play along with her. She finally has a dream. Actually, there's a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there?
Oh, what, Peter? What?
Well, 6 months ago, Gina wasn't a defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. And suddenly a piano falls on her. Hopefully not. A trial in which she was found not guilty. Yet she's here. Oh, come on, you're not still on about that, are ya? Letting on the Reaper or what it call? Call. You don't have to worry, Odo. If I didn't have to worry, probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left. But Runo, please. Ryunosuke, stop. Stop this. It's like I told you before, ain't it? The Reaper's kind of like him upstairs. Wait, him upstairs? You mean like God? So he knows what I'm like on the inside. I ain't really done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong might be stretching the point.
What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he?
Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought. Exactly. Oh, exactly. So I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Cool. It was out of this world, it was. Yeah, people were religious back then. The brainy bloke put a bunch of leather on his machine and suddenly it started billowing smoke. And then it went pop. I ain't seen a better experiment here yet. Sorry?
You mean you saw it, Ginny? You saw it with your own eyes?
Yeah, of course. Boss in charge here, ain't it? Or keeping everything run smoothly, you mean? A boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. That's gonna take some getting used to. So all I have to say is I'm gonna do it. I can do whatever I want. That's not how it works, Gina. Get this. I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened. Watch it from above. Wait, what?
You're so lucky, Gina! Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too!
Yeah, do it. You know how to put a boss in his place already. Rars, yeah, no trouble at all.
Then it's settled. When do I start?
Oh no, the children are taking over. No, you can't join Scotland Yard, Iris.
Let's see. Anyway, what I don't understand is, if the machines exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success?
Oh, right. Well, it was a success in a way. Wait. How? How? Wait, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Surely after the machine blew up, no one can call it a success. Well, I said this sort of work. I mean, yeah, a load of smoke and all that whoop and crack bang. But where just the... Oh my god, he actually teleported the guy. Wait, hold on a second. He killed him, but he also teleported? Wait, hold. So it was unsuccessful because he killed him, but successful because the overarching experiment was a success, even though you killed him. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm trying to... Wait, what? I'm not sure. I don't know. The tower? Wait, it was there? You can see for yourself, can't ya? Oh, can't ya? Up there in the scaffold?
Oh, well, the glass is broken, you mean?
Oh, this is your money, Runo. Yeah, okay, what the victim got to start with. Ready to get beamed through the air or whatever and land away over here. So, you see? It can't work, did it? What? I'm with you, Ryunosuke. I mean, I don't get the in and outs, but anything possible with science. Anything's possible with science. Science. I hate this game. This game is awful. Why is macaroni good? Macaroni is good. I tell you what, you can have this. It's a plain old experiment they drew up in the yard. Are you sure? Yeah, go on. I had 3 bob off of your fossil family. You're charging me? Yeah, I didn't actually give that to you. No, did I? Sketch of the experiment. Ooh, does she know anything about the thing? I wonder. About what is it? What's his name? Forrest. How's it going, Az? Okay, so we got this. I guess the beam was like, pew, and then the body appeared, and then it exploded here as well as here because there was broken glass over here. And then I don't understand why they put this up here. Why didn't they just put it on the floor? That's weird. Fancy schmancy stuff. Oh, maybe Gina knows something about the Reaper because he was attacked last night as well. Right, maybe she was on patrol. Gina, will you take a look at... Oh, where'd it go?
Hey, looking for this Otto?
Okay, never present evidence to Gina.
I wonder if you got anything else to show me. What you reckon?
Give that back! Never mind. Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange.
For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating's off the card, see?
Yes, naughty old Gregson ran off after that without a word.
Oh, right. There. Also, no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday.
Oh, right, because it's like under scientific protection or something like that.
Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant.
In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations?
Yeah, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate neither.
Why?
Well, boss called me then. The forensic investigating team, methinks. Anyway, apart from a lot of them, no one's allowed to wear a finger on science. Bit funny, ain't it?
So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can't investigate. Never heard of something like that.
I thought I could have a gander at the quiet, though, but the boss caught me. You probably heard him give me an earful before from down here, didn't you?
Oh, that was what she was doing.
Does anyone even understand what I'm saying? 'Cause honestly, I don't understand what I'm saying half the time. It's not pretty fair.
I think you were giving him as much of an earful back as I remember it.
Yeah, well, sometimes I think it's all them chips what make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Otto. Go on. See if you can get through him.
He's up on the platform above, is he? Where the machine exploded.
We can try, can't we, Runo? Gregsy will listen to us.
Yeah, you go on. I'm going to be down here and be an inspector.
Alright, let's go up now. Bye, Gina. We'll see you soon. I love my girl. I love my girl. She's the best. Gina is only second to Iris. Alright, let's go. What up, buddy? Hey, we'd like to investigate. It ripped itself apart magnificently, didn't it?
Magnificently and mercilessly.
And someone stands in the middle of the machine to be disassembled and then beamed through the air.
Yes, beamed. Not blasted. That's the point.
Iris, don't try to justify this. Yeah, that part's kind of crucial. Is something like that even possible?
Oh, Bruno, I'm just a child.
You do not get to use that card, Iris! A child when it suits you!
From what I can tell, I think if you were to pull the...
Ah! Don't touch that!
That was practically instantaneous kinesis the way you flew over now, Gregsy.
Man, please. You're a ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here, man. See?
Oh, so sorry. You can have some of my latest special blend to make up for it.
Ah, yeah, I'm drinking, see? Yeah. Delicious, see? Yeah, wonderful. This stuff is really wonderful, see?
Just like old times. We're representing Professor Bunnybrain. So we should be allowed to examine the scene.
Listen, Sunshine. Even I'm not allowed to touch anything up here, man, see? The blasted special dispensation scientific equipment act to blame. It's driving me potty!
Wait, potty? It's driving you potty. Is that a term? Is that a thing? Yes, the special dispensation. The professor mentioned that, I think.
More red tape's all we need. Man, I don't know. I don't know what the government thinks it's playing at sometime, man, see?
He did probably poop himself.
But we're allowed to just look around, aren't we?
Yeah.
Surely that's all right, isn't it, Grexy?
Peer pressure! Of course, your ladyship. Man, anything you say, your ladyship. But please don't get your dainty hands dirty, man, see?
Oh, don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Ryuno?
She really knows how to get what she wants. Anyway, tell us about the government policy, and then after that we'll investigate. Using high voltage electricity to somehow disassemble a man's body and beam him across the Crystal Tower. It's an extraordinary thing.
Man, true. By far the most unusual of the experiments planned. Man, see?
To be honest, I'm a bit surprised it was even allowed. That literally sounds like murdering someone and then creating life. Carrying out something so dangerous with so many spectators.
The government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology. You hear about this electric pen? They're more worried about being ahead of the game than the odds span of public safety infringements. And if they can be the first to develop something, a new technology that makes Britain more powerful in the future, you see? I'm telling you, this electric pen thing, I think it's going to catch on.
I suppose it's true in a way.
So the powers that be are placing heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment.
Sounds like just an arms war, really.
What sort of rights?
They're making it so that any theories the brains have remain their legal property, as it were. It's called a patent or something. Right through developing it into a practical idea and even going through production. Which is the inferior reason us coppers aren't allowed to touch the crime scene. Because the new highfalutin Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act forbids it.
I see.
The only people to permission to investigate here are some brand new development at the yard. A forensic investigation team, it's called. We've been relegated to keeping guard, man.
I should present my badge to him.
Any old fool can see this heap of scrap metal was sham to begin with. But just because it says scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing!
Oh, Grexy. He's very het up, isn't he?
Alright, I'll present my badge. Have you seen this? This is the symbol of a defense lawyer.
Well, it doesn't pass muster here in London. You might as well chuck it in the deep fat fryer. See?
No one ever said that to me before. Mr. Cholmes did suggest I feed it to a dog, though.
If you fry it first, you can feed it to me.
Okay, Gregson. Remind me again. What's this new legal act? That means we're not allowed to touch the scene here?
You haven't at me, Sunshine, the Special Dispensation Act.
Yes. I think Hurley mentioned that recently, with a twinkle in his eye, as I remember.
I'm sure he did, your ladyship. I'm sure he did. Passed especially for the great exhibition it was, master. All scientists have to do is present their ideas or inventions to some suits in the civil service. And if it gets rubber stamped, that's a guarantee of rights to maintain the invention's confidentiality.
What the heck does that mean?
Meet Yaya Binks. See?
By the way, I don't go "Mercy" because I'm adding the words. Mercy literally helps me figure out where the voice is. I do that because sometimes when I get off voice, I need to go "Mercy" to try to figure out where the voice is.
Think about it. Oh, think of all the world-changing new inventions on display every day at this exhibition. Although a good half of them are a load of cobblers, if you ask me. Put forth by shammers like yourself, see?
Wait, me? I didn't do anything. Don't put this on me.
Oh, I love how absurd some of the inventions are here. It's so fun.
It might be fun to you, but a member of the force has to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, eh? Hang science, that's what I say. Down with the iPhone.
Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job.
You'd soon think otherwise after spending a day guarding all these shammers.
But if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate? There'd be no point.
Yeah, well, there's a point, sadly.
Sorry?
Thanks to another one of our government's ideas.
Right, giving grant money for science.
If any theory or invention is deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant.
Right. So it sounds like all you academics right with us today will be like ripping out your hairs like, research grants! The scientists get funding? Yes, how do you think they eat?
Exactly. And that's what they're all after. All these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe? Who has to smile politely and welcome them? Us coppers. That's who Massey. So you can see why I say it now, can't I? Hang science, hang it!
Maybe I can see your point.
So, Professor Bunnybrain, he lives and works in Germany now, huh?
Man, that's right. Came back to Britain especially for the great exhibition, as I understand it, see? Well, after one of them government research grants. Huh.
Actually, we learned something else about the professor. About his time in further education. Turns out he was at university with someone we both know. Barack Obama Van Zieks.
See, that's news to me. But if Van Zieks mans the prosecution, then as the accused, the professor's fighters.
Yeah.
Blimey!
I never thought I'd hear Gregson say blimey.
Blimey, that man's beyond me. I don't know what gets on that head of his, Mass, eh? Now my pocket's all oily. Talking to Van Zieks, this morning's paper ran with the story of him being attacked. Read that?
Oh yes, but Mr. Reaper is completely fine. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, right. Glad to hear it. Still, a Reaper, huh? How long is that business is gonna keep up, I wonder?
Tell me about that. The victim of this case, the investigator, Mr. Asman. He was another one of the Reaper's victims, or so I've heard.
Lord Barack Obama Van Zieks is a top-class prosecutor. But even he can't always push the right verdict through. Sometimes justice can't win.
I've heard about jurors being bribed. And that's how the notion of the Reaper of the Bailey came about, isn't it?
Obviously, Scotland Yard suspected Van Zieks initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to seal the deal in court.
Although the man himself denies the charge.
Well, we've done a very thorough investigation, and the conclusion we've reached is that Lord Van Zieks is in no way related to the deaths of the people outside the courtroom. There's There's no question in my mind. I'd stake my reputation on it, I would.
But if that's true, how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't have just coincidentally died and nobody killed them.
I know that, but I can't explain it, man, see? It's a mystery after all, isn't it? The whole point of the Reaper.
Professor Harebrained mentioned something else. He said that in university, Lord Van Zeeks was a nice guy.
You what now?
He said that he was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what it was?
Man, no clue. I'm obviously lying.
Really?
Look, I've got my hands full watching over this frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go make it of a nuisance yourself elsewhere? Go bother Gina.
Ooh. Iris, attack! Go! Attack! Let's see here. Well, let's just go investigate a bit. The box first. Oh, no, not the box. Here? Anything here? Here? Oh, here. Oh, that's just a machine, probably. Considering how badly everything is damaged, Professor Harebrained was lucky to escape. We should have a good look around the machine while I can.
Touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung on myself. Are you here?
I won't touch a thing, I promise! Please, spare a thought for your digestion! Anyway, do you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims?
Yes, looking totally incredulous. Give it a rest, sunshine. If we were allowed to examine all this bleeding scrap metal, maybe we could answer that question. See? But we can't now, can we?
Because of the annoying rules, you mean?
Exactly! The annoying obstruction flaming rolls!
Look at the base of the machine there.
Oh, yes, there's a tool of some kind poking through the wire mesh.
A for Asmund. It's a screwdriver, I think.
Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle is in the shape of a capital letter A.
Is it? You're right. Wait, Asmund wasn't the scientist. But it doesn't make sense for Harebrained. A for Asmund!
Man, what's the matter with you? Don't touch anything I said!
Yeah, I understand. Sorry. I only touched a teeny little bit. Yeah, sorry.
But Gregsy, I'm very curious about this screwdriver. Really, very, very curious.
Oh, of course, your ladyship. You're so clever. Fancy spotting something like this. Oh, you're amazing. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it.
Reno found it first.
I assure you I'll investigate it thoroughly.
He's gone with it.
That was very mean, I'm afraid. Inspector Gregson is going to make a very clumsy and embarrassing mistake in next month's installment.
She's becoming too powerful! Poor Gregsy. Oh, we can look up. Installment. Why was it? Because British people are British. I don't know. Anything else to investigate? I think that's it. Oh, I guess the Taj Mahal. There are all sorts of strange buildings over here. I seem to remember something similar being exhibited in Japan?
Oh, and your country, you know. I do wish I could go and see it. I'd present a particularly steely samurai with a present of one of Hurley's stories I'd written especially. And see if I couldn't get Hurley into a jam against some Bartitsu Master Ninja.
What? You might not find as many of those sorts of people around as you think.
Oh. No ninjas? What about the hand signs? What about the Shadow Clone no Jutsu?
Oh, but I do know a prosecutor with a chongmage top knot.
A chonmage? Really? Do you think I could have a picture taken with him?
Unfortunately, that's been cut off. Assuming he's recovered from the trip. Oh no! Oh no! Hey, how's it going, guy? Iris is the real final boss.
It was me all along, Runo!
What is that gigantic thing? It's like an enormous water wheel.
Oh, that's a Ferris wheel. There'll be people riding inside the little cabins.
Why? Runo literally why?
Well, they rotate nice and slowly, so it's a wonderful way to see the surrounding scenery.
Wait, it's turning? But it looks completely still.
Yes, that's because it's turning so slowly. One complete revolution takes about half an hour.
If you were mad enough to go in one, it'd be more fun to whiz around fast, don't you think?
I feel like you might have invented a new sort of ride there. Maybe for Six Flags.
Okay, I think this is the last thing. Oh, the balloons. So these are people carrying balloons, dangling silently in the skies over London. At any moment, about to be popped and exploded. I always thought the day would come when humans would discover how to fly, but never imagined it would involve them being suspended from colorful floating temari handballs.
I'm sure it must feel amazing being up there among the clouds. Let's take a ride together, Runo, please.
If I'm being perfectly honest, I would like to try it. Honestly, I fear for Iris, because she might not be able to look over, so she might prop herself, and then she might fall! No! No! Without a cast iron guarantee that this thing won't plummet to the ground, I'm too scared. Hey, people are afraid of flying, it makes sense.
Oh, well, in that case, I should tell you what Hurley said.
She has a built-in parachute. It's her pigtails.
It's physically impossible for a flying balloon to plummet to the ground. As long as it doesn't explode.
I'm sure that instilled some confidence in him. Yes. I think that exploding part might play on my mind a little. That's so reassuring. That amazing horn-shaped device is pointing towards the crystal tower. I suppose once people are disassembled, they're shot out of that thing to wherever they're going. I don't think it was supposed to...
I don't think it was supposed to shoot anything, Runo. It was set up to beam people to the crystal tower. Learn your vocabulary, Runo. It's been constructed in the original form.
I don't like the look of it. If it was as amazing as it looks, the accident wouldn't have happened. We're shooting aliens.
We will shoot aliens with the particles of evaporated people.
I suppose that's true, yes.
Oh, so I suppose that's true, yes.
But nothing out of her goes according to plan, does it? This was the last thing the Death Star saw, absolutely. Anything else you want to talk about? Nope. Do we have anything else here? You'd want to tinker around someplace more on this, okay? What do you make of this? As a detective, what do you make of this?
Personally speaking, 9 times out of 10 I find clues turn out to be red herrings. So there's every chance that's totally irrelevant.
It's actually a fairly persuasive argument. All right, I'll throw it out. Inspector, have you read the paper?
Yeah, 2 unwelcome blasts back to back. This one at the exhibit and then the Reaper getting attacked.
Why don't killers use a literal red herring as a murder? Wait, you mean like a fish? I know. Terrible news to wake up to, wasn't it?
I tried to pretend I hadn't read it and turned it over another 40 winks. Thanks to that, I was laid up and got a roasting from the super.
Some mornings are like that, aren't they? Is that it? We probably shouldn't present the crossbow. No, nothing. I'll present the crossbow. Hey, detective, I'm walking around with a massive freaking weapon.
It's whatever.
Okay, I think we've presented everything to him. So, nothing else to converse. Let's see if there's anything examining, and if not, we'll probably chat with Runo, not Runo, what's her name? Gina a little bit more. Doesn't look like anything. We found the one A screwdriver, but that's about it. Balloon, horn thing. No. Move. Maybe we should come back down to Gina's area. Why do you keep coming back, Ryunosuke Naruto? Hi, Gina. Hey, check out the newspaper. Gina, would you take it? Oh, wait, where'd it go? I can't read. Oh, I can't read, Naruto. Balloon? I was trying to do this one. Okay, my guess, by the way. I was trying to keep it a secret, but I accidentally fibbed already. So my guess is this, okay? The thing beamed into the balloon, and so the balloon exploded and caused this. That's my theory. Oh, we can investigate this. All right, my theory is this, okay. The beam thing, it shot in. I was trying to keep it a secret so that, like, you know, before the trial I can tell you guys my theory, but whatever. But okay, so I think that this shot here, right? And because remember she was all like, "Oh, balloons won't fall if they don't explode." But what if they do explode? So they shot it here, and then after that it exploded, and then what's his name? Who was the guy who got killed? The body? The bad guy. The bad guy. He went flying because there was an explosion. Pew! And landed over here. And then after that, like, the cloth fell down here, right? It makes sense, right? Because this is exactly where it's positioned, right? The cloth, after it exploded, it was just, like, gently floated down here, and that's where we found it. Make balloons unexplodable, if only. Like, so, pew, and then went down here. Wait, but then that means somebody... I don't know. And then, wait, why did somebody shoot? Oh, remember that screwdriver? I thought maybe there was, like, blood on the screwdriver at the top. I didn't say it, but I thought there was, like, something weird on it. Maybe... Okay, hear me out. This is kind of far-fetched. Okay, this is a little bit far-fetched, but hear me out. Hear me out, okay? What if the kinesis actually did teleport them, even though it exploded and ended up here, and then somebody shot him with the screwdriver. Am I actually accepting that teleportation works right now? Am I actually just accepting the fact that teleportation works? I mean, how else would he have gotten here? There's literally no other explanation. He was on the stage and then he got blasted over here. Unless this thing is actually like a giant catapult. Or like, not a giant catapult, like a giant like crossbow. And like, and then it hit this and explodes and it has to be something like that, okay? I'm telling you, okay? There had to be like some sort of like explosion because we have this little exploded thingamajig here. And Iris kept saying, oh, don't worry, the balloons won't fall if they explode. So this has got to be like, this is a protective material. It'll be one of the balloons or the explanation for this is wild. I'm telling you, he was blasted this way, or he was beamed. Iris doesn't like the word blasted. He was beamed this way, hit a balloon, exploded, and then somebody tried to kill him with a crossbow. And like, you know, like it's a screwdriver, right? But it's like, you could put a screwdriver that could kind of work as an arrow, right? It could kind of work, right? Have you guys seen screwdrivers? I mean, it's a little bit heavy on the back, but it could work. Wait, how did he die? I don't even know how he died. And at this point, I've just accepted the fact that somehow teleportation can work. I'm not sure if I should. The case is probably one of the most interesting. I am looking forward to figuring this one out. But this is weird, man. This is a weird case. He died from I mean, you're not wrong, but you're also incredibly wrong. It looks like layers of thick canvas with thick rubber. Never seen anything like it. But applying Mr. Sholmes' methods, you might deduce it was part of a raincoat. Okay, Naruhodo. Okay. And the charring must have occurred when the person was struck by light. Okay. Or maybe not. Let's present a few more things to Gina. I didn't investigate this bottom part thoroughly. Maybe I have to investigate it a little bit more. How about the crossbow? No, she doesn't care about this one. Let's see what she says to my badge. I don't think I presented the badge to her. I like how every character actually has a reaction to the armband in this game. Like, you know, I remember I used to present the badge around, but like it would just be like, oh, look at the badge. Oh, that's nice. But it's like every character has a different reaction. It's great. This armband is proof, in Japan at least, that I'm a defense lawyer. And this badge is proof that I'm a detective. So you're gonna have to start calling me Inspector Straw. In that case, you're gonna have to start calling me, well, anything but Odo. I can call you Defender Not Odo if you like, but I don't really trip off the tongue. No, doesn't have a great ring to it, does it? Some characters have unique dialogue. I know, it's great. Oh, right, we can go up. Okay, another balloon? I've been meaning to ask you for a while, but what are those funny round blocks? Apparently you're supposed to do this in order, otherwise it makes Naruhodo look really dumb.
Oh, they're flying balloons I've been talking so much about. I really want to go up in one.
I've read about situations like this in magazines about strange phenomena. Creatures from outer space coming in round, flying. Aliens! What? I suppose inhabitants of other planets are bound to be interested in the Great Exhibition. That's his iris! It's happening!
It's not. Don't worry. I'll explain to you all later over a nice cup of tea. They're only interested in cows, Runo.
That's the Union Jack? It is the Union Jack, but apparently Naruhodo doesn't really care. Oh, here. That must be the last thing. Aliens finally got their shout out. The next Phoenix Wright game will occur on Mars. Hey guys, let's not go over the top with irrelevant crap on the chat, okay?
That's where the code ended up in after instant kinesis or whatever they call it. Yeah, of course. And yet they're calling the experiment a success. Thank you for putting away the laser gun.
What's that wooden scaffolding there for?
The coppers, our lads.
They're older than you.
Our lads set up after the incident happened. Get the boy down, I think. Don't really know.
Didn't you help erect the scaffolding?
Nah, lookout duty's more my thing.
Of course.
Wandering around the exhibition and keeping lookout for all the fun stuff.
A reminder, Gina can vote. Imagine your job just standing there and looking at broken glass. I mean, kinda. It's kind of an easy job. Mind Gregson doesn't hear you say that or he'll give you the boot. I think that's the end. It's incredible though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged the gap by some sort of invisible kinesis?
Maybe with the help of exploding balloons, Runo. Runo, listen.
What? What's it? What is it?
I've been thinking. Hurley might know something, might you?
Let's not talk to Herlock Sholmes. Don't talk to him. About what? Women couldn't vote in 1899-1901. Thank God, Gina can't vote.
About Mr. Reaper.
About what happened to Lord Van Zieks, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred after he graduated from university. Something completely changed his life. Maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's not in the middle of some big case, is he?
Here, this is what you need.
What is this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madam to Madam? Aw, she's married! Is this supposed to be... Is this supposed to mean something?
Oh, you don't know? It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We could go there now.
Hold on. The most popular attraction. What is it? More popular than the exhibition. Wait, is that not in the exhibition? Oh, well, whatever. No, we don't have time for visiting attractions. We have a big trial.
But that's where Hurley is.
But what? At this popular London attraction?
Yes.
How is that you know where he is?
Hurley told me, but he told me to keep it a secret from you, Runo, which is why I didn't tell you until just now.
Madam, two spells. Is there a Mademoiselle, two spells? I Iris? Do you know if she has a daughter or a sister or something? I mean, oh look, Ryunosuke is a lonely guy. Susano's not around anymore. It's based on a real wax museum called Madame Tussauds in real life. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Nice little reference. I don't see how this could be related to the case since we're investigating, but then stranger things have happened, and when they happen, it's usually because of Sherlock Holmes. All right, see you around there. I'm gonna practice me letters. A, B, C. What kind of terrible, horrible, embarrassing mistake will Inspector Gregson make in next month's episode of Sherlock Holmes? I feel so bad. He's gonna get destroyed by a 10-year-old girl. Find out next time. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. This is such a good episode. I loved this episode so much. Oh, it was frustrating that you got here late. Well, I always keep the VOD up. Thank you so much, everyone who joined. Yeah. I'm gonna, stay here and chat for like another 10 minutes but you're also having your internet die. Oh, dang, internet dying, that's the worst, man. Actually, no. I take it back. Get off the internet, guys. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This one seems so interesting because there's actually like science, like legit, well, not really legit, but like, an attempt to be scientific. So I'm curious to see how they use the science in this trial. We have the whole teleportation thing, exploding balloons, which I suspect will play a bigger part in the case than we might realize. I suspect maybe, right. If the machine exploded and then it sent the beam and then the balloon explodes, people won't really notice because two things are exploding at the same time, right? So one explosion is just loud and it'll cover up the sound of another explosion, right? So that's my theory. Just like when a gunshot was covered up by a crash symbol. Frickin' Gavineers. Yeah, but yeah, it seems like every single prosecutor has been attacked one way or another. All three prosecutors, wait, was Miles Edgeworth? I mean, he wasn't really attacked. I mean, he was kinda attacked. Like, he wasn't really attacked, but I mean, his life was ruined. Von Karma was definitely attacked. By Shelley. He was in danger of being attacked. That is true. He almost got shot. He might have got shot. Von Karma did nothing wrong. Well, which Von Karma? Well, I mean, to be fair, one of them is heavily abusive and the other one's heavily abusive. So. But apparently the old guy being abusive is bad, but the young lady being abusive is all like, oh my god, whip me more. And then Godot definitely got attacked. He got destroyed, man. Poor guy. And then we have Clavier almost blew up. And I don't know who the next one is. I haven't played the next one. I know the prosecutor for Dual Destinies. Wait, maybe I don't remember. He's like a fancy British guy with like a bird or something like that. That's what I know about that dude. I wonder if Edgeworth will come back. Yeah, poor guy. He was like, oh my god, poor guy. Yeah, yeah, I know the next guy was a fancy dude with a bird. You're gonna go to sleep? Also, Van Zeeks is probably going to have a sad backstory. He's definitely going to have a... And you cannot convince me, that Strongheart is not the final boss. You cannot convince me of that. He is absolutely going to be 100% the final boss. Like, if he is not the final boss, I will live stream a hot tub stream with me in a bikini. That is how confident I am. Wait, no, don't hold me to that. Wait, hold, don't hold me to that one. Don't hold me. I'm joking. When will I play the most popular? Is Phoenix Wright Professor Layton? Is that really the most popular one? I had no idea. It's actually Shamspear and many. It was Shamspear all along. No, it's unpopular. I mean, it seems like a fun crossover because it's puzzles and stuff, but the Great Ace Attorney is inspired by the mechanics. I mean, I do like the Great Ace Attorney. I do like the fact that, you know, it's kind of silly to have lots of people, like multiple people in the witness stand. You know, legally, like in a actual legal perspective, it doesn't make that much sense. But from a gameplay perspective, I think it's really fun that like people are interrupting each other. Like the freaking, what is it? The Skulkin brothers interrupting what's his name? Interrupting Egbert. They're like, oh, are you sure you didn't actually shoot him? What are you talking about? We were dead all the time. I love those two idiots. They were such honorable thieves. No honor among thieves, right? Yeah, they were like thieves, but they wanted to like make a name for themselves as like good guy thieves, and yet they just randomly stole things. And then eventually, what is it? Egbert embraced his inner Skulkin. And they made up and they were friends again. I love that. What a good frickin' game. The thing is, PLVP dub, I have no idea what that means, is the only game that hasn't been remastered or ported to PC. Oh, I see. Oh, Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. Right. Yeah, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I loved the fact that, like, you know, all their stupid shenanigans. Like, what are you talking about? You were there all the time. Don't worry, we understood. What's your memory going rotten? Oh, it's so good. I love those two. I love the series in general. I love that it doesn't take itself too seriously. That's actually one of the big things I really like about the game. In fact, one of the things I didn't like about certain parts of Danganronpa, for example, was that I think some parts took itself a little bit too seriously. Like trying to come up with an excuse for why people did the things they did and all that stuff. It's like, I feel like it tries a little bit too hard to be serious sometimes. And in this game, it's all just funky and silly. Like, the prosecutor is a vampire. But they do have fun plot twists, I will say. I love the plot twists of Alright, take care. See you later. The motive should be I killed that because she called my hat ugly. She called my hat ugly. I asked for no pickles and she gave me extra pickles. Of course I kill her. Alright, with that being said, it's time for me to head out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. Yeah. I will hope to see you all on Friday. I'm going to be streaming on Friday. I have to get dinner. I don't know what I want for dinner. I'll have to figure that out. Huh. I don't know. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. If you have any questions for me, I'll see you all next time.